bemerken Sie Recht und klug, Templer.
Yes, Nukenites, this is it. Bisu versus Go.Go, a best of 3 to determine who moves up into the round of 16. And I couldn't be happier. This is just the perfect capper to a really good week, and I'm feeling better than I have in years. And yes, as you can tell, Bisu has gone Super Saiyan. His hair is just screaming. Look at it. You can almost hear his hair screaming with radiation. You should probably keep a little bit further away from the computer screen than normal, otherwise we might all die in 10 years of cancer, just like Dr. Manhattan. So yes, I'd say a foot further away from your monitor, and you should be okay, so Dr. Man Bisu doesn't flood you with gamma rays. Hey, at least he doesn't have a glowing blue genitalia, at least as far as I know. Go.Go might, but yes, looks like we're getting ready to start. Go.Go versus Bisu. The original Rafflecopter team. Yes, you will hear me scream Rafflecopter if Go.Go manages to do this, and I think it'll be much tougher for him to take down Bisu in a series, but we'll see what happens. Except, up at the 12 o'clock position in orange is Bisu. So that means down at the 5 o'clock position in teal, I think, is Go.Go. The most insane madman that our sport has ever seen. Go.Go is such a fun player to watch. I always love to watch Go.Go games, because no one ever knows what he's going to do. Sometimes he goes for straight-up macro game, he plays pretty good, and then other times bunker rushes, just insane floating barracks all over the place. And I'm remembering his game against Zero in the Bacchus OSL especially, where he floated over and got proxy. He got out some proxy fire bats and just tried to kill all the drones. It didn't work, so he tried to push the front, but he had no medics, so he just dematrixed all of his Marines and tried to break the sunken line that way. That didn't work, but still, it was just so much fun to watch. And speaking of the Bacchus OSL, that's actually where my Rafflecopter terminology originated, because Bisu picked Go.Go for his round of 16 group, thinking, yeah, this is going to be an easy game. And of course, that is, at the beginning of that commentary, I said, if Go.Go manages to beat Bisu here, I'm going to scream Rafflecopter. And he beat Bisu. He went for what is called the Deep 6 build, where you build a lot of barracks, and you basically go for Medic Marine and tanks. And he beat Bisu with Medic Marine and tanks, and it was just hilarious to watch. He even built a proxy command center, a forward BM horrible-mannered command center at the natural expansion of Bisu before he GG'd, so that was just an epic game, and I really hope that we see that kind of craziness in this series from these guys. Even if Go.Go doesn't win, I think he will go down fighting ridiculously. And let's see what happens. Go.Go, as the observers are pointing out, is not going for his refinery just yet, so we're going to see an expand from Go.Go. No cheese yet. I'm so looking forward to this series. I know that one of these guys is going to go for some ridiculous cheese, and it's going to be great. And yes, Bisu, that was the last OSL round of 16 he was in, was the Bacchus OSL. The next season, last season, he went up against Shine in this position, the round of 36, and he got knocked out by Shine, which made a lot of people very angry, because that's what happened to Bisu in the Batu OSL too. He got up to this position so close, yet so far away, getting knocked out by Hero in the Batu in 2008. And I think he has a much better position. He's in a much better position now than he would be if he was going up against a Zerg player. But still, Go.Go is not a player to be taken lightly. A lot of people take Go.Go lightly. They kind of underestimate him, and he's actually a good Terran player. He plays ridiculously, and he's not always consistent, but he knows how to play Terran, and he's getting very, very good, I think. Even better than he was before. So I think he is a definite threat to Bisu, but Bisu still, he has pretty good versus Terran playing as long as he keeps his head together and keeps the scouting on, making sure he knows that there's not a Medic Marine rush coming his way. I think he'll be okay. Oh yes, before the action heats up, I guess just to talk a little bit more about my StarCraft 2 video. I hate to bring it up in 2 games in a row, well, 2 series in a row, but I wasn't able to talk a lot about it in the last series, Effort versus 815? Was it 815? No, it was Fire Fist, never mind. Effort versus Fire Fist, because those are very short games, ZVZ. So this gives me a little bit more time to talk about it. And it was featured on Attack of the Show, which I don't know if you've ever seen Attack of the Show, but it's a very popular show on G4 TV, hosted by very funny people. I actually like the show a lot, even though I don't watch it a lot. By the way, Bisu's coming in here. He's going to have range for those Dragoons, so he's going to outrange this bunker soon enough, and Go.Go is going to have to repair that very soon because Bisu's going to come in here because he was researching his Dragoon range, and he's going to be able to pick at that bunker. But yeah, like I said, my video was featured on Attack of the Show, which is just amazingly huge for me, and that is probably the most success my channel is ever going to see, even though I plan to do kind of a follow-up parody video. I'm not going to be like the Numa guy or whoever else goes for a viral video and says, hey, I want to get that same number of views, so I'm going to make Numa 2, and it's going to be a horrendous flop. Yes, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do a parody of that, actually. But yes, a lot of people have been asking me my thoughts on StarCraft 2 as Bisu is breaking through. Go.Go is going for another expansion here, so he's going to have to wait a little bit longer than normal for his tank to come out, but the tank is going to be out, and that's what's going to save his front. He probably needs to bring in one more SCV because he's not quite getting the complete repair. If Bisu comes in with another Dragoon, which I don't see any extra Dragoons coming down, though, he'll be able to break through, but here comes the first tank for Go.Go. If he gets that into the correct position, he's going to be able to pick up those Dragoons a little bit. And he is getting the full repair on that bunker now. He brought in another SCV to repair it. So I think he's going to be okay. Siege mode for Go.Go, trying to take Bisu off guard. Instead of going out with an unsieged tank, he wants to get a guaranteed shot with that siege tank. And yes, like I said, let me talk about StarCraft 2 a little bit. I have been playing StarCraft 2, but I have to say, I'd much rather play StarCraft 2 than StarCraft 1 right now, just because it's fresh, it's new, it's kind of cool, nostalgic feel playing that game. But I'd much rather watch StarCraft 1 than watch StarCraft 2, just because there's a lot of reasons, and some of the reasons are kind of hard to pin down. It's just the way the game looks and feels kind of hard to talk about, but yes. StarCraft 1, much more fun to watch. Just much more precision. The visual fidelity is there. I think there's a lot more personality in StarCraft 1. But as far as play, I want to play StarCraft 2 more at the moment, just probably because it's new. We'll see as the months and years drag on. If it holds my attention, I have a feeling it might not, but still, it's a lot of fun to play right now. So that should be a relief to hear. A lot of fun to play, maybe not as much fun to watch. And I'm not just talking pro scene, by the way. I'm not just talking esports. I know there's no esports scene for StarCraft 2 yet, but yeah, just in general, StarCraft 1 is more fun to watch, I think. Explosive chess match. I've always compared StarCraft to chess, and I think it is very chess-like, only with blood and explosions, and characters that will make bleeped out curses if you click on them enough. Okay, there's the Wraith out, and that will help snipe this shuttle. Bisu's going to try to get a little economic harassment. Since Go.Go expanded so early, this is the one weakness in his build right now. He's going to have to keep that shuttle alive. He's going to try his best. This Wraith is not down yet, and the Wraith goes down right after it gets the snipe on the shuttle. So the Reaver out in no man's land, getting completely destroyed. That's a pretty big loss for Bisu right now, because he's still only at 2 bases. And Go.Go is now at 3 bases, very comfortably up and mining. He had to run all of his SCVs away, but he didn't really lose any.